Welcome to Graduation 2020. Today I'd like to start off with announcing the Alexander School Board members: Lucy Yeatis, Jay Barnes, Josh Collins, Fred Davis, and Blake Regan. I'd also like to recognize our superintendent, Mrs. Lindy Douglas, and our assistant principal, Mr. Raines. I would also like to thank all the teachers that got you here today. So thanks, teachers, for all your hard work. A lot of staff members told me to stick around for this class because they were going to be special. And I'm glad that I did stick around because you are special. You are special in many ways. First of all, academically, you helped us again get recognition as one of the best high schools in the nation by U.S. News and Report. You also, Science Olympiad was outstanding. And all these things I'm saying special are outstanding. Our band performances, outstanding. Play and musical performances. Our athletics this year were outstanding. Visual arts, we had some people win in that category also. Vocational agriculture, always places numerous events. National Honor Society, Student Council, peer collaboration, just to name a few. But most of all, you are all special, every single one of you, because you saved lives. There's an old saying that it's better to give than to receive. And when you were younger around Christmas time, you may not have believed that statement, but believe me that the gifts of sacrifice that you guys gave us at the end of this senior year, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you, and for the entire Spartan Nation, thank you for your sacrifices and your gift. At this time, I would like to announce our Latin honors. The following students earned a GPA from 3.9 through 4.0 for summa cum laude. J.K. Kearns, Colin Williams, Anna Crabtree, Madeline Morgan, Elena Arbaugh, Whitney Bird, Micaiah Sheridan, Allison Rollins, Kayona Hibbard, and Nathan Carter. Congratulations. The following students earned a GPA from 3.7 through 3.89 for magna cum laude. Luke Chapman, Macy Mitchell, Sasha Battrell, Zoe Wood, Evan Watts, Connor Truex, Sarah Haining, Taylor Meadows, Todd Norris, Jacob Conrath, Haley Miller, and Dayla Hawley. Congratulations. The following students earned a GPA from 3.5 through 3.69 for cum laude. Summer Hartman, Grant Burke, Wesley Radford, Michael Kelly, Jaden Jordan, Noah Hanning, Griffin Smill, Trey Schaller, Caleb Easley, Brenna Smith, Josh Dilley, Gabby Garlock, Clara Radwana, Gabe Stitt, Gabby Mullins, Janessa Harness, Jonah Hess, Jacob Jordan, Cora Daly, Hannah Russell, and Tim Mace. Congrats. Now, at this time, I'd like to bring up our salutatorian, Anna Crabtree.
To my friends, family members, peers, teachers, and everyone else watching, welcome and thank you for joining our unprecedented online graduation for the class of 2020. I want to thank our teachers, administrators, staff, and volunteers at Alexander Local Schools for everything they always do, but especially for their swift adaptability to meet the extraordinary circumstances created by the global pandemic of COVID-19. I know this isn't how any of us expected to end the school year, but that doesn't diminish from the importance of this moment. We are still celebrating all that we have accomplished. While we may not be turning our tassels, throwing our caps, and walking out of the high school auditorium together, we leave high school with proven resiliency and as stronger individuals thanks to the unique challenges we have faced our senior year. Speaking of those unique challenges, I'd like to take the time to offer thanks to those who have supported us in times of test and prepared us for our futures. Our teachers ensured that we are all prepared for today and tomorrow. Specifically, I'd like to give personal thanks to Mrs. Kassler, Mrs. McGalligan, Mr. Crow, Mrs. Van Winkle, and Mr. Dayel for pushing me to work my hardest and always believing in me. I'd also like to thank my family for their unwavering love and support. To my mom, my sisters, my grandma, and my Columbus family, I thank you for complete acceptance of who I am and all I dream to be. Your guidance through every crisis and crossroad has been monumental to my self-esteem and success. Without any of you, I would not be virtually standing on this stage today, but because of you, I truly believe there is no goal I cannot reach. Here in our small hometown of Albany, we pride ourselves on a strong sense of community. This town and everyone who works at our schools have played a part in preparing us for bright futures, pushing past many constraints to foster our growth in academia, athletics, extracurriculars, and arts. We may have taken different paths, some going to Tri-County, some taking college classes, and some staying close to make the most of every opportunity here. But we were collectively supported by Alexander in our endeavors. Personally, I am beyond grateful for the opportunity to explore engineering classes at Ohio University, which set me on the path that I will continue after graduation. Whether we were involved with sports, the band, FFA, whether we attended classes here or took them elsewhere, I know we have all found some sense of community and support. Some people say that high school is the best 4 years of your life. To my classmates, I say, I hope it has been your best this far, but even more, I hope you let the experience propel you forward to the best yet to come. C.S. Lewis said, there are far, far better things ahead than any we leave behind. Forging into the future with this mentality will serve us well. Take everything you've learned from your time here and use it to grow. Wherever we're going after this, I know we'll never forget our time here. We've grown together and shaped each other into the capable adults we are today. But this isn't just an ending. This is the beginning of the rest of our lives. We have years ahead of us to keep growing and building ourselves into who we want to be. Instead of looking back on this graduation with disappointment or sadness because of what we're missing, I hope someday we can look back on this time with fondness, because despite everything we're missing, we've still achieved so much. I hope all of you will take the memories of your experiences at Alexander High School with you and use them to cultivate the life you want for yourself. Congratulations, class of 2020.
At this time, I'd like to bring up our valedictorian, J.K. Kearns.
Well, we did it. We're graduating. But before we really get into things, let us not forget what it took to get here. We all had to get past obstacles to finally make it to this day. To begin, we all came to school every day with the fear of Ben Wolf running over our cars in the parking lot. Actually, I'm still pretty sure parts of Taylor's Mustang are embedded in the asphalt. Secondly, we got through SSR. Not a challenge for some, but let's just say a bigger challenge for others. Also, those days where they switched the first 2 periods with the last 2 periods of the day, those were especially rough, but we pushed through. We've made it through a pandemic, bomb threats from ISIS, and that 3-period-long lockdown junior year when we thought someone was running around the outside of the school, but then somehow it conveniently ended right before lunch. I think we would have been in more danger if Dr. Doudna would have gotten hangry, so they probably just said, that's end it. Moral of the story, we've been through a lot, and we should be proud. Some challenges we faced individually, and others we faced together. But we would be foolish to believe that we've walked this journey alone. On behalf of the senior class of 2020, I'd like to give thanks to all the people that make Alexander K-12 the best school in the area. To our administration, thank you for making the tough calls and offering important management when needed. To our teachers, thank you for dealing with our craziness, teaching us even when we didn't want to be taught, and while simultaneously building relationships with us that some will certainly last a lifetime. I've never went to school anywhere else, but I can say with absolute certainty that we have some of the best teachers anyone, anywhere has to offer. To our secretaries, tech guys, lunch servers, bus drivers, librarians, we thank you for keeping this place running in so many more ways than just one. To our maintenance crew, the custodians, thank you for maintaining a beautiful and functioning campus for us to grow up in and enjoy. And most of all, thank you to the community members who sacrifice and dedicate so much to each and every senior, treating us as if we were their own. Thank you to the parents and guardians. We thank you for your sacrifices, and we love you. I wouldn't be here without my mom, dad, sisters Katie and Kelly, and family. My accomplishments are also yours. It's sad to be saying our goodbyes under these circumstances. The last quarter has been weirder, crazier, more depressing, and more frustrating than any other. But it was only one quarter. It was only one 9-week period. Don't get me wrong, we were robbed of a lot of experiences, important experiences. For instance, we never got a senior skip day. But instead of looking at everything we missed out on, let's try to focus on the 15 quarters we did share together throughout high school. In fact, if you start back in kindergarten, most of us have shared 51 quarters together. Most of the people in our childhood memories are the people we're graduating with. We're a family, and just because our goodbyes might look a little different than the years past, that won't drown out the love and appreciation that we share for each other. The valedictorian speech is typically centered around the future and what is to come. However, in the world we're living in today, I think me telling you what to expect is a little above my pay grade. But the craziness and the sacrifice is most likely far from over. That's why I'd like to share with you a lesson taught to me from a book called Old School Grit that was given to me by one of my basketball coaches and mentors, Coach Hill. In this book, it explains an equation, a formula. But don't be worried, it's almost as short as Mr. Holdcroft. The equation, E plus R equals 0. E stands for events. You cannot do anything about the E. You have no say in whether the governor wants to shut down schools or graduations. Most people spend their time worrying about the E, or events, in which they can do nothing about. On the other hand, the happiest and the most successful people spend their time and energy focusing on the R, which they can completely control. The R stands for response. No matter what events happens to you, you always have total control over how you respond. And how you respond to an event is what equals or affects the O, which stands for outcome. An event plus your response equals the outcome. I hope that whenever you find yourself stewing or worrying, stop and ask yourself if you're focusing on an E or an R. I certainly think that will be able to help all of us in the near and the distant future. So, to the class of 2020, I love you all. It's hard to imagine that this day has come. Not too long ago, it seems that the Shallers were throwing staplers at each other's heads because one probably cut the other in line in first grade. But the day has arrived, and it's time to move on. We will never again have our locker, our first period class, our study hall. We won't play in another high school sport, perform in a high school play, or get in another argument over something in Mr. Holdcroft's class. But we will forever have a piece of this school and each other in our hearts and minds. I promise you one thing, we have left a legacy like no other class. So, let's keep pushing, keep caring, let's keep having a good time, and let's keep moving on, because if you just sit still in life, Ben Wolf might just run right over you. Thank you for this honor, and congratulations.
At this time, I would like to recognize our valedictorian, Colin Williams.
Good afternoon to all the teachers, administrators, parents, and my fellow 2020 seniors watching this today. I'm very grateful that I'm able to speak to everyone, despite being in such a unique situation. It seemed like not that long ago where I'd be able to see the faces of everyone strolling down the hall, going from class to class. We were all anticipating the year to end soon, but we're still coming to grips with the fact that our lives would be changing. That was only 3 months ago. In the time since then, the world has been through a lot. Suddenly, everything was getting canceled or shut down, and we had to finish our senior year out without being able to see our friends or participate in our favorite activities. But with this sudden change, it's given us time to reflect on all of the memories we've made. There have been so many experiences that the school has facilitated which are fundamental to my fellow seniors, myself included. I was mostly involved in the school's band program, where I met so many of the people I consider myself close to and was able to find joy in activity I was interested in. Other than the music program, I note that the school's drama, FFA, academic, athletic, and other programs inspired many and helped my classmates find their identity in place. In addition, the school staff of teachers and instructors have brought us to where we are today and helped prep us for the world outside our school district. Now we stand in a unique situation. We are all physically separated, but still connected. But if I know anything about my senior class, it's that we'll make it through this. When I look among us, I see some of the smartest, creative, and resilient people I know. Not only do we make it through high school, we made it through high school during a global pandemic. Now we get to make our own journey forth, one defined by what we make of it. There's a quote by George Saunders which I felt fit the occasion. Do all the other things, the ambitious things. Travel, get rich, get famous, innovate, lead, fall in love, make and lose fortunes. But as you do, to the extent that you can, err in a direction of kindness. Knowing my fellow classmates, there's no doubt in my mind that they'll adhere to that. Good luck and congratulations to the class of 2020.
Now I present to you the graduating class of 2020.
John Keith Cairns. Colin Patrick Williams. Anna Marie Crabtree. James Robert Adelsberger. Tyler Wade Allen. Callista Faith Althouse. Jadelyn Ray Althouse. Caleb Andrew Appleman.
Hi, I'm Caleb Appleman. I'd like to thank my family, my friends, and everyone who supported the class of 2020.
Elena Jane Arbaugh. Jordan Levy Barnhart. Sasha Nicole Battrell. Tessa Marie Bea. Matthew Walter Brown. Jonathan Caleb Brooke. Grant Daniel Burke. Adriana Marie Butterworth. Whitney Todd Bird. Jordan Andrew Cantrell. Leanna Hope Carr. Colby Allen Carsey. Nathan Lee Carter.
Thank you to my friends, the band program, and the drama program for making me what I am today. I'll be attending Ohio University in the fall, majoring in astrophysics.
Luke Alexander Chapman. Griffin Edwin Schmiel. Haley Marie Clark.
I did it. I'd like to thank my family and friends, and I will be continuing my education at Western Governors University to pursue a teaching degree.
Logan Robert Colburn. Brendan Sage Collins. Jacob Garrett Collins. Jacob Charles Conrath. Cora Elizabeth Daly. Asha D. Dexter. Adam Eugene Dexter. Dalton Walker Dickerson. Josh Lauren Dill. Caleb Brian Easley.
What's up, 2020? Man, I feel like valedictorian up here, man, because I would have been talking at graduation, but I'm going to spit you my piece real quick, and I only got 10 seconds. Thank you, everyone, my family, friends, everyone. KB out. Dose.
Aiden Elijah Everett. Kyle John Feltz. Gabrielle Reese Garlock. Tegan Sierra Garns. Levi Allen George. Kinley Ann Gwynn. Michelle Lillian Hagler. Sarah Dawn Hanning. Noah Michael Hanning. Janessa Lynn Harness. Adam Reed Hart. Summer May Hartman. Jonah Michael Hess. Kiona Shibata Hibbard. Ashton Elizabeth Hickson. Hannah Nicole Hogue. Dayla Rain Holly. James David Hope. Jenna Elizabeth Haupt. Lauren Peggy Howard. Jacob Eric Jordan. Jaden Abigail Jordan. Anthony Joe Kassler. Michael Austin Kelly. Brooklyn Day Kesterson. Chesney Marie Lamaster. Robert Dale Llewellyn. Tanner Reed McDowell. Timothy Allen Mace. Lucas Gunnar Markins. Matthew Eldon Markins. Marissa Darlene McLean.
I'm so thankful I've been given the opportunity to graduate early this year. Without all the teachers' and students' help, I wouldn't be able to do it. Forever Spartan, thank you.
Bradley Everett McCollister. Briley May McKinley, Taylor Rose Meadows, Matthew Alexander Merkel, Haley Joe Miller, Michael Alex Miller, Macy Lee Mitchell, Madeline Beatrice Morgan, Nathaniel Dean Morris, Gabriella Elizabetha Mullins, Isaiah Alexander Munn, Todd Christopher Norris, Adam Michael O'Brien, Brianna Lynn O'Leary, Joseph Henry O'Rourke, McKaylee Lynn Parsons, Marcus Lawrence Perko, William Dakota Pickett, Caitlin Marie Preston, Wesley Daniel Radford, Clara Faith Radwani, Mallory Emma Rankin, Tiffany Cheyenne Reisner, Jordan Michael Reed, Justin Matthew Reed, Tyler David Rice, Tyler Grant Robinson, Allison Marie Rollins, Abigail Lynn Ross, Hannah Lynn Russell, Jennifer Joanne Sadler, Chanel Lynn Nicole Sanders, Caden John Schaller, Trey Thomas Schaller, Caden Michael Sedgwick, Makia Aspen Shea Sheridan, Zachary Wendell Schiltz, Chase M. Seifert, Dalton Francis Skinner, Ashton Terrell Smith, Brenna Lane Smith, Gabriel Burton Stitt, Carly Mara Swartz, Caleb Bryant Terry, Paige Anna Marie Trout, Connor Landon Truax, Paige Ann Waldron, Evan Allen Watts, Eric Robert Welch, Thomas Aaron West, Mason Robert Williams, Benjamin David Wolf. Jacob Lee Wolf. Zoe Cecile Wood. Samantha Nicole Wooten. Olivia Lee Wyckoff.
Again, congrats. I know you will make the world a better place.
Congratulations, we have graduated.